Imagine this, a fight unlike any the world has ever seen. The roar of the crowd, the tension in the air, and two of the most electrifying figures in combat sports history standing face to face. On one side, you have Khamzat, a rising star in the world of mixed martial arts, known for his ferocious grappling, unrelenting pressure, and a mindset that believes no one is unbeatable. On the other, Mike Tyson, the former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, a man whose name alone sends chills down the spine of anyone who's ever heard the roar of his punches. This isn't just a fight. This is a collision of legends, an unforgettable moment in the annals of combat sports history. Khamzat's meteoric rise in the UFC has been nothing short of jaw-dropping. Within a matter of months, he became a household name, his reputation built on a series of dominant performances that saw him destroy opponents with the same cold intensity he carries in his eyes. The Swedish-born Chechen's approach to fighting is simple: overwhelm, dominate, and finish. His blend of wrestling, striking, and aggressive pace has earned him a spot among the most dangerous fighters on the planet. His raw, almost animalistic desire to be the best and to never back down from a challenge has put him on a collision course with some of the biggest names in the sport. But none, perhaps, quite as massive as Mike Tyson. Then there's Tyson, whose name is synonymous with raw power. The Iron Mike that fans worldwide remember is the fighter who could end a fight with a single punch, who would leave his opponents sprawled on the canvas, wondering where their night went wrong. He wasn't just a boxer, he was an unstoppable force, a wrecking ball of fury, who ruled the ring with an iron fist in the 1980s. Tyson's legacy as one of the greatest boxers of all time is secure, but his aura of invincibility has always sparked speculation. Could he step back into the ring and reignite that fire one last time? Now, the world is buzzing with the possibility of these two icons meeting in an epic showdown. How would Khamzat's grappling game hold up against the sheer power and experience of Tyson? Would the 54-year-old former champion be able to withstand the relentless pace of Chimaev? Or would Tyson's knockout power be enough to end Khamzat's unbeaten streak, sending shockwaves through the combat sports world? The questions swirl, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Fans from all corners of the globe are divided. Some believe Tyson's boxing mastery and intimidating presence would be more than enough to overpower Khamzat's physicality. Others argue that Khamzat's relentless pace, his ability to drag opponents into deep waters and break them down, would be the perfect kryptonite for the former champ. And then there's the mystery of what Tyson's age and time away from the sport will bring. Is there still enough of the old Iron Mike left in him to withstand the storm that is Khamzat Chimaev? But it's not just about fighting styles. The clash of personalities is equally compelling. Khamzat, with his unflinching demeanor, is driven by a hunger that seems unquenchable. His rise to the top has been a relentless pursuit of greatness, and he's never shied away from calling out the best in the business. Tyson, meanwhile, has seen it all. He's fought in the biggest arenas against the most dangerous men and walked away with gold around his waist. Yet, the question remains, does Tyson still possess the drive to come out of retirement and prove that he can once again conquer the world, or has the fire that once burned so brightly dimmed with time? The tension is thick. Fans across social media are buzzing with excitement, creating endless debates about how this fight would go down. Would Khamzat wrestle his way to victory? Could Tyson land that signature punch that sends the world into a frenzy? The excitement is palpable, and each passing day brings us closer to the possibility of this dream fight becoming a reality. But still, the world waits for the next move. What will Khamzat say? What will Tyson's camp decide? Who will step into the ring first, and who will be left standing at the end? One thing is for sure, no matter how this fight plays out, it's going to be a spectacle for the ages. The world of combat sports has never seen anything like this, and the questions that surround this fight will keep fans on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the moment when these two titans finally meet. But until that day arrives, one question lingers above all others: who would truly come out on top in this clash of generations? The answer lies just beyond the horizon, but only time will tell who the true king of combat sports will be. As the buzz surrounding the potential fight grows, something unexpected happens. Khamzat, whose relentless pursuit of domination in the octagon had already earned him an almost mythical status, takes to social media in a way no one expected. Instead of the usual callouts, trash talk, or relentless praise for his own abilities, he does something startling. He reaches out to Mike Tyson directly. In a bold, almost surreal move, Khamzat challenges Tyson not to a fight, but to a sparring session. "Let's see if you still got it, Iron Mike," he writes. The words send shockwaves through the combat sports world. Fans, pundits, and former champions alike all pause, wondering what this could mean. Why would Khamzat, the undefeated rising star, offer to spar with a man who's been retired for years and has aged out of the prime of his career? Was it a disrespectful move, or was Khamzat acknowledging something deeper? Tyson's response, when it comes, is even more shocking. Instead of dismissing the idea, he invites Khamzat to his gym. "I'll show you what it feels like to face real power. Bring your best," Tyson says. The challenge is set, and the eyes of the world are now locked on an encounter no one saw coming. In the lead-up to the sparring session, the narratives begin to shift. Khamzat's camp, who had been brimming with confidence about his chances in a potential fight, starts to question the real risk Tyson still poses. It's no longer just about a clash of styles between a rising MMA fighter and a legendary boxer. Now, the focus turns to Tyson's raw power, and the question of whether time has dulled his ability to land that one devastating blow. Khamzat's team, typically brimming with arrogance, begins to feel a sense of doubt creeping in. The images of Tyson in his prime, knocking out fighters who were much larger and more experienced, haunt the back of their minds. Could Khamzat really handle a fighter whose punches were capable of ending lives with a single strike? Tyson, on the other hand, embraces the challenge with the focus of a man who's been in the ring hundreds of times. While he may be older, his competitive spirit seems reignited. The decision to spar with Khamzat feels like more than just a test of strength. It's personal for Tyson. Deep down, he's driven by something beyond a desire to prove he can still fight. It's the need to show the world that the legend of Mike Tyson is not just an echo from the past. It's alive, and it still commands respect. The day of the sparring session arrives, and both camps are on edge. The media frenzy has reached a fever pitch. Thousands of fans are gathered outside the gym, eager to see what will unfold. Would Khamzat walk in, showing the world that no one is untouchable, even Tyson? Or would the baddest man on the planet once again remind everyone that the power of his punches can never truly be underestimated? As they step into the ring, an eerie calm settles over the gym. Khamzat, despite the nerves running through his veins, is focused. His movements are calculated, his eyes locked on Tyson, who stands in the opposite corner, muscular, imposing but carrying the weight of time and past glory. The bell rings. Immediately, Khamzat closes the distance, attempting to engage Tyson with his signature clinch and grapple. Tyson, however, shows an unexpected level of agility for his age. With a twist of his hips, he evades Khamzat's initial rush and lands a powerful jab that sends a ripple through Khamzat's body. It's a reminder that the veteran still has something left in the tank. For a moment, it seems as though Khamzat might have underestimated the legend. The intensity of Tyson's punches, blistering in their speed and ferocity, sends a clear message. Khamzat, visibly shaken, takes a step back. His usual aggression falters, and for the first time in his career, he's forced to question if his strategy will be enough against a man whose entire fighting career was built on the ability to knock opponents unconscious with a single blow. Khamzat quickly regains his composure, retreating to his corner for a brief moment of reflection. The eyes of the world are on him. How will he adapt? Will he continue to push forward with his relentless grappling strategy, or will he acknowledge the true danger Tyson presents? Tyson, sensing the hesitation, presses forward with an intensity that shocks even his own team. Despite the years away from the spotlight, he has no plans of slowing down. The power in his punches hasn't diminished, and with every swing, the gym resonates with the crack of leather on flesh. Then, just as Khamzat is about to engage again, something entirely unexpected happens. In the midst of a back-and-forth exchange, Khamzat shifts his focus. Instead of continuing to press Tyson with his usual aggression, he starts to circle around, observing the aging legend. A shift occurs in Khamzat's mind. This is no longer just about a physical challenge. This is about testing Tyson's mental resilience. The intensity of the sparring grows even more as Khamzat plays a dangerous game of cat and mouse. And just when it seems like the fight is about to reach its climax, something completely unforeseen happens. Tyson falters. For a split second, his footwork stumbles, and Khamzat, sensing the opening, charges forward. Is this the moment Khamzat has been waiting for? Will he take advantage of Tyson's vulnerability, or will the legend of Mike Tyson prove to be more than just an echo of the past? The tension in the gym is unbearable, the world holding its collective breath as two generations of combat sports collide in a single, fateful moment. In that pivotal moment, with Tyson's footwork momentarily compromised, Khamzat's eyes flash with intent. The crowd, packed tightly in the gym, holds its collective breath, sensing the tension in the air. Khamzat, like a predator seeing its prey falter, lunges forward with the intensity that has made him a fearsome force in the UFC. For a split second, it looks as though he'll capitalize on Tyson's rare misstep, charging with everything he's got to wrestle the legend into a corner. But just as Khamzat reaches out, Tyson's experience takes over. Like a reflex, Tyson ducks, sidesteps, and delivers a brutal uppercut to Khamzat's ribs. The shock of the punch sends a jolt of pain straight through Khamzat's body, and for the first time in the sparring session, the undefeated fighter stumbles backward, visibly shaken. The audience erupts in disbelief. Tyson's power is undeniable, and in that moment, the old champion reminds everyone why his name still resonates in the world of combat sports. Khamzat's body reacts instinctively to the pain, his primal survival instincts kicking in. He forces himself to recover, eyes blazing with resolve, but the damage is done. That one punch not only rattles Khamzat physically, but it shakes his confidence as well. Tyson, seeing the opportunity, presses forward, his punches coming fast and hard, each strike designed to remind Khamzat that no matter how strong he is, there's always a power greater than raw strength. Yet, just as Tyson begins to take control, a shift occurs. Khamzat digs deep within himself, tapping into the very essence of his hunger to prove himself as the best. His mindset changes. It's no longer just about outmuscling Tyson or overpowering him. It's about resilience, adaptation, and the ability to weather the storm. In a moment of absolute clarity, Khamzat pulls back, creating distance between himself and the aging champion. He breathes heavily, fighting to regain his composure. This fight is no longer just physical. It's a mental battle, and Khamzat realizes that in order to win, he has to outlast Tyson's power. With a sudden burst of speed, Khamzat moves in again, but this time, he's calculated. His movements are more deliberate, less aggressive. He lures Tyson into a false sense of confidence, baiting him with openings that Tyson, in his eagerness, begins to exploit. As Tyson steps forward, Khamzat effortlessly shifts his weight, spinning behind Tyson and grabbing him in a clinch. The crowd watches in awe as the two fighters become locked in a brutal back-and-forth exchange, each trying to find an opening, each trying to outthink the other. For a moment, it feels like time stands still. Khamzat has Tyson in a dominant position, but Tyson isn't done yet. With a sudden twist, he swings his elbow back, catching Khamzat off guard and forcing him to break the clinch. Tyson's age is starting to show. His movements aren't as sharp as they once were, and the toll of the years seems to catch up with him. But there's something in his eyes that refuses to fade the spirit of a champion who knows how to fight through adversity. And just when it seems like the fight is nearing its conclusion, an unexpected twist turns the entire situation on its head. As Tyson, tired but determined, prepares to land one final blow, Khamzat, now fully aware of the danger in Tyson's punches, does the unthinkable. He ducks under Tyson's punch, transitions into a stunning takedown, and in one fluid motion, locks in a submission hold. The gym falls silent as Khamzat's grip tightens around Tyson, forcing the former champion into a near-impossible position. Tyson, despite his years of experience, finds himself trapped in the unrelenting pressure of Khamzat's submission game. He struggles, but the youth and tenacity of Khamzat prove too much. Tyson, battered and exhausted, taps out. The crowd erupts, but there's a sense of disbelief in the air. Khamzat Chimaev, the undefeated force of nature, has done the impossible. He has defeated the legendary Mike Tyson in a moment that will go down in history. But even in victory, Khamzat stands silently, breathing heavily, as though realizing that this was no ordinary fight. It wasn't just a win, it was a moment of mutual respect between two generations of fighters. Tyson, though defeated, nods at Khamzat with admiration, as if to say, "You've earned it." The symbolism of that moment transcends the physical combat, representing a passing of the torch, or perhaps a realization that greatness is not confined to one era. As the gym empties, fans still buzzing with excitement, Khamzat walks away with more than just another victory. He's gained something deeper, a level of respect from one of the greatest to ever do it. Tyson, on the other hand, leaves with the knowledge that despite the years, he still has the heart of a champion. The world watches, stunned by what they've witnessed. Khamzat Chimaev, the rising star, has solidified his place among the legends of the sport. And Mike Tyson, while no longer the dominant force he once was, will forever be remembered as the fighter who reminded the world of what it truly means to be unstoppable. But here's the twist no one saw coming. Just before the sparring session ends, Tyson leans in close to Khamzat and whispers, "You're not the only one who's been working, kid. I've got one more fight left in me. Let's see if you can handle me in my prime." The crowd goes silent once again, as the future of combat sports seems to hang in the balance.